Jamie, how long does it take to get used to calling Christopher Walken Daddy?
Welcome to Ireland. Once upon a time, there were two farms. The Muldoon farm, where Rosemary lived, and right down the road was my farm, where my son Anthony asked his lonely question of the stars.
Why did you make me so?
You know what? The only rehearsal time we had, we didn't have rehearsal time with Miss Emily Blunt. But I did.
Don't make it out like I'm really exclusive. Don't make it out like I just refused to. Like I swanned in. I couldn't get there earlier. You're like, with Miss Emily Blunt.
You were still cruising the rock, I think.
It's often my problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen, it is a problem.
I got a few days rehearsal with Dervla Malloy and Chris Walken, so I got to call him Daddy a few times before. Which, listen, I don't think it'll ever sink in that he's actually portrayed my father in something. It's really, really cool. And, I loved everything of it.
Especially when he says to you, "What's the words? Your face is not right."
Yeah,
and you're
the
like,
first time. That was every audition for a decade. That was the.
Now, Emily, I imagine it's a dream for an actor to be introduced in a movie on a horse, right? That's a big thing. And smoking a pipe. You managed to kind of do the two-ish at once. And your opening scene together is in a cowshed. And I was wondering, in the grand scheme of your careers, where does that rank in the glamourometer?
I feel like Wild Mountain Thyme was probably, when you talk about the sort of shooting environment, even though it was stunningly beautiful on the farm that we were filming on, but it didn't matter whether it was the sun was out or it was pouring down with rain. We simply, because we shot it for 4 or 5 weeks, we didn't have time to wait for nice weather or whatever. And so I think we were just covered in cow manure most of the time, and it wasn't but that was the beauty of it, is that we both wanted to do something small and intimate, and it felt really good to do that. It felt like you were at like some school camp. I mean, it was just so joyous and fun and unglamorous, and in the best way.
Also, Jamie, you get to show off your finest falling into a river acting, capped off with falling down a hill whilst doing some metal detecting.
Do like that.
Was that explicitly in the script, or was that you just going, I think I've got to go now?
I think there's three pratfalls in the movie, and I think all 3 are in the trailer, which is ridiculous. But it's also trying to make each one its own its own sort of thing. Yeah, actually, remember when we were out for dinner, Emily and John, your husband, showed that clip of Philip Seymour Hoffman because he said this is the best prank fall ever. The opening of his introduction of his character, and it looks so sore.
Hey, did we sanitize this thing?
Man, best man is in the house.
Oh my God!
But there's a lot of falling in there. The river one was tricky because I'm quite a coordinated person. I don't fall over a lot, So falling out of a boat.
I love that sort of brag. I don't fall over a lot, ladies.
I'm a coordinated person. It's the worst brag ever.
The other thing I wanted to ask, speaking of this, is Emily, you get a really good frustrated cigarette flick, and I think that's in the same kettle of fish of on screen. That's another box ticked, right?
Well, it was on the bucket list, so I feel I can cross that one off. Just a frustrated cigarette flick. Yeah, it was fun.
Are there any that you guys would like to do? Is a table flip in anger? I'd like to, in anger, on screen, just go.
I quite like to do a table flip. I don't think I've ever trashed a room in a scene. Have you trashed a room, Jamie?
Yeah, I've done versions. I've flipped up books off a table. And in the first series of the ball, I got to go to town with that mannequin and just like with the like a hammer and just beat the mannequin, obliterate it. And I remember they just set up 3 cameras and they just said, just go for it. And I was bleeding at the end and it was crazy. I had such a good time.
You suffer.
That is really messed up. I don't think you should. That's not a funny anecdote. That's disturbing. You were playing a serial killer and you really enjoyed like literally shattering a mannequin to dust. That is, listen, it's all being revealed right now. It's all coming out.
It's been a tricky year, so I've been asking everyone this. What have been your comfort food TV choices? What have you been just relaxing and calming down watching this year?
Jamie's been watching The Fall.
Dexter.
No, I've been watching, what did I watch? The Crown, Queen's Gambit. Oh, what was the other one we absolutely mainlined through? There was another one we got through really, I can't remember.
Friday Night Lights, you guys watched?
Friday Night Lights.
Oh my
Never
God.
seen that before.
So good.
Loved it. Loved it.
Can you top that, Jamie?
No, yeah, we did. Imagine thinking about Tiger King now, like how long ago that.
Yes, Tiger King was amazing.
We all did that, and then actually, we only started watching The Crown this year, so I'm only in season 2 of that. I don't know why I have a pen in my hand. Take it. So yes, there we go. So yeah, The Crown and Queen's Gambit. Looks, I haven't started that yet because we're deep into The Crown. But yeah, a lot of TV has been watched definitely this year.
Anyway, my pen and I are now saying goodbye. Thank you so much, you guys. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.